This episode of Monster Cafe contains body horror involving bones and teeth, harm to a pregnant person, as well as children and a baby in peril. If you are uncomfortable by any of these, please feel free to take a break, to pause the episode, to stop it, and skip it entirely. Listener discretion is advised.
Ladies, gents, and everything in between, welcome to Monster Cafe, brought to you by us, really, and I believe Evil Hat Studios is sponsoring us at this point.
Yeah.
So, you're welcome. You're welcome. My name is Justin. I'm your host for this nice little podcast where we have a group of intrepid explorers and monster hunters who like to make grilled cheese sandwiches and party down with some of the worst things imaginable. To my right, we are going to start introductions. Tell us your character, your name, and a nice little fun fact about your character, starting with Marty.
Okay. Hi, I'm Marty. I'm playing Dominic Van Helmens, the monstrous who became a werewolf once on a hunt and decided to roll with it. Dom's fun fact this time is I forgot that we were doing this, and now I'm trying to come up with something on the spot.
You thought it was going to be a different question each time, but no.
It's always fun facts. How many fun facts? Not all facts can be fun.
His fun fact is he doesn't actually like grilled cheese as his favorite food ever, but he doesn't have the heart to tell his brother.
He's just supportive of his brother.
That doesn't have to be your fact.
Yeah, Eddie, good job, buddy.
It's so good.
Poor Dominic has been blocked up for months now.
Ever since he became a werewolf. He's just lactose intolerant now.
Yep.
Oh.
Poor guy.
That's his weakness, not silver. Cheese.
Yeah, silver, don't... cheese, though.
Jesus.
Get me out of there.
That's okay, Dominic.
All right, Philly, you're up.
Huh? What? Oh, yes! I'm Philly. I play Eddie Van Helmens, the influencer who is also, just runs a grilled cheese franchise van from the back of the family RV, which is kind of a van. It's totally fine. I'm very qualified to be monster hunting and definitely not at all just winging it through life. It's cool. It's cool. Oh god, I have to do a fun fact about Eddie.
Yeah, not so fun now, is it?
Oh no. Eddie started secretly offering non-dairy vegan cheese, not because it was asked for by his fans, but because he recognized his brother having the farts afterwards. And when it's a small van, it's one of those, it's like I realize, bro, you're being polite, but we know. We're aware.
No, it's
booty
fine.
Boots doing the tootie toots.
Mm-hmm. We can hear from space.
God.
In space, they can hear you fart. All right. Tensei, you're up.
Yeah, hi, my name is Tensei, and I play the very young David Van Helmens. I'm only 8 years old, and I've definitely taken an iPad up to Grandpa Archie and said, hey, look at this, so that it used his face to unlock a wallet, and I buy a bunch of Roblox money.
Nice.
You're so grounded.
We're so proud of you.
It's not illegal unless you're caught. At the end of our last session, we had discovered a frozen corpse of the receptionist/nurse, I believe. We also discovered that she had all of her bones intact. Then we also discovered that there was a sinkhole, a small one, albeit. Many of them, in fact, throughout the town. The sheriff, I believe, had pointed that out here and there, but it seems to be getting worse, much like a cavity in a tooth, or many cavities in your whole grill. Pulling it back to the grilled cheese, trying to tie it all together.
Hey.
Hey.
So for a moment, we had a scary part where we thought that Dominic had fallen down to be eaten by something, but he managed to claw his way up in werewolf form, which, luckily the sheriff didn't see. But as Eddie was away getting a rope, he comes around the corner just in time to see poor little David messing around and starts sliding in the hole. The hole started getting bigger and everybody ran for it and rolled pretty well, except for David. So now we get to find out what happens when a little boy meets a bunch of tooth fairies in a deep, dark abyss. And that's where you find yourself. You're coughing, David. The dust and the darkness surrounds you. It's not completely dark in here, but it's a haze where all the dust has just stirred in the air, mixing with the sunlight and the darkness, swirling around. You can hear all around you. Once you pick yourself up, go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
2.
A 2. Okay.
For I did too good at this roll.
So the good. So as you start to pick yourself up, you find that your knee has a big goose egg on it, and it's very hard to put your weight on that particular leg. The fall was okay, but it mixed with a lot of loose dirt and rock. So on your way down at some point, you wanged your knee pretty good. Go ahead and take 1 health off.
Hello? I can hear things.
Can we hear him?
He's down about 20, 25 feet.
David pulls out his phone and turns on the light.
Oh, I'm sure that they could probably see you. It's a good opening, good wide opening.
Well, yeah, but I want to see what's around me.
Yeah, once the dust begins to clear, the sheriff, who is hitching up his pants a little bit because fat man running, they kind of go down a little bit. Trust me, I know. So as he's standing on the edge with Dominic and Eddie, he's looking down there and goes, "What the hell? What's all that?" David, you can hear him, and about the same time the dust clears enough to where you can see almost a sponge-like network all around you, but it's like you've been shrunk down to microscopic size. There are holes and spires in various shapes, sizes, angles. It's almost like you are put in the middle of one of your brother's hot grilled cheese sandwiches that's been pulled apart.
Do not eat. Unless...
That's been the answer all along.
We have to eat the teeth.
Teeth.
Lots of good source of calcium.
I think David just kind of reaches out and very slowly touches some of this spongy.
It looks that way, but when you touch it, it is very firm and smooth, and it feels like bone.
He kind of looks up and around this whole network. If these are bones, I'm inside the monster. I'm gonna break it. And he attempts to just kick one of these pillars and try and break off a chunk of this.
Sure, go for it. Roll for cool on this one.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's a 10. That's a full success on whatever this is.
When you kick it, it doesn't shatter like you're expecting, like in the cartoons and video games where it would just break apart when the player hits it. What happens is it cracks, and it doesn't quite break, but you can tell that it has a bone-like consistency to it. And as you keep kicking it, the sounds of you grunting and kicking, your brothers and the sheriff can hear you. And you finally hear that nice sound of cracking noise as you break open the outer portion to reveal there is a fleshy brown substance in the center of it, like a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Also do not eat.
Unless.
I'm just gonna yell down from up top, "Hey! Lick it!" Because if your tongue sticks, it is bone.
No! It's all bones down here. I think the ground is a monster.
Gonna turn to the sheriff. I think you got carpenter ants.
You okay there, boy? You just ain't right, are you?
Yeah.
Eddie got that rope, right?
Yeah, I did. I got some rope. Hey, do you want us to pull you up?
If not, I'm gonna go down and get him.
I mean, it's a little bit creepy. Dom, you should come down here, and I should go up there,
What?
and you can break all of its bones.
Ooh.
You are pretty good at breaking bones, man. It's like when we were little and played the touch football, you still somehow managed to break your arm. We were all really impressed, but also kind of sad.
Okay, I take the rope and I rappel down to grab my brother.
What are you tying it to?
Me? Wait, how close is the RV?
The RV's on the other side of the building in the parking lot.
What's the nearest thing to tie it to?
Well, you have an entire building structure to tie it to, but that building, as you look a little closer, is kind of tilted now. Like it could slide in at any time. In fact, Eddie, as you are searching for an area, you can see some of the loose soil breaking out from underneath the building itself, causing the building to slide a little bit. You hear the grinding of rock and cement, and you hear a pop sound, and what sounds like the splatter of high-pressure water inside the building.
Definitely carpenter ants. Hey, Sheriff, we gotta rescue that little kid there. That's my brother. Can you help me hold the rope?
Well, no shit, Sherlock. We gotta get this done. Here, hang on. He starts tying the rope around himself. Here.
Oh, yeah, okay. We got it!
I weigh about 248, and you weigh what, $110 at best?
Thank you for noticing. I have really been watching my carbs.
You're funny, boy. You're funny. Now get down there.
Okay. We're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna let Dom go down there, and then I'm probably gonna go after. If we're not coming back up.
It's up to you.
Down we go.
Give me a sharp.
I rolled an 8.
I got a 7.
Hey!
All right. So as that is a really good number to roll, as you're going down, you can see the structural damage is quite extensive. But you can see that whatever structure this is that is surrounding your brother right now seems to be holding up the majority of the ceiling of this underground area. And it does go pretty deep, further into the darkness.
That's a lot of holes.
Does the rope make it all the way down?
Yeah, you're only about 25 or so feet down.
And just like any good adventurer, this rope is 50 feet.
You know, you're small, but you're taking your time. I'm not in the greatest shape here.
Sorry, bro. I'm gonna hop off the rope.
Did you just call him bro? He already doesn't like you.
It's fine. I think we're chill now. He thinks I'm just a funny guy.
Well, by funny, never mind. Anyway. All right, big boy. And he just kind of grits his teeth and kneels down a little bit, bracing himself for the weight of Dominic. Oh, this one's gonna be tough. All right, here we go.
All right, now, come on.
You got all ass and nothing else. Come on.
Getting called out.
Damn.
Long on booty, short on time. Come on.
It's not an arc unless somebody hits on Dom.
It's true. The sheriff. How old was he again? Like 80?
Yeah, he's up there. He's in his upper 60s. He's not hitting on you. He's just trying to get you to go down.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's just fun to mess with them.
Oh, that sounded weird. That sounded terrible. Go down the rope.
That didn't help.
made it worse.
Dom,
Yeah.
can you roll let's go ahead and roll either a cool or a weird.
I will opt for weird because that is far and away my best stat. 13.
13. Okay, good. So as you are halfway down this 25-foot drop, the sheriff goes, "Oh, and you hear almost a cracking sound
Oh, shit.
as the rope suddenly becomes limp. And here comes the sheriff. My back! You, rolling a 13, not bad. You manage to do the hero landing. And just to your side, the sheriff hits.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna take some damage on that. Oh, yeah. So he's like, oh, okay. The fall kind of fixed my back a little bit. Oh, how do I look? And he turns to you. He has a super swollen right side of his face, goose egg where his eye used to be. His nose is to one side, and he's missing a tooth, and there's blood coming out.
Oh, no.
Hey, if you all came down, how do we get out?
Well, I still have the rope. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, he's got it. We're good.
Okay.
We're gonna climb back up the row. Oh, right.
As you say this, he's like, dang it. Oh, hang on.
We can probably climb up all these bones.
As he spits his tooth out, you hear a flurry of noise. Whatever's in the darkness is agitated.
So, remind me, we found out that these things are not fans of sunlight, correct?
Yeah, we did learn that they don't like sunlight,
So they don't like sunlight. They don't like cold.
but they do like teeth.
Teeth. I know what our next shirt's gonna be.
Our first shirt ever.
Sheriff, give me that tooth.
Yeah.
Thanks, but
man.
I'm throwing it into the sunlight.
Well, you guys are all in what sunlight there is from the hole. You haven't gone into the darkness.
Then I am gonna throw it into the darkness and see what happens.
I'm gonna shine the cell phone flashlight on where the tooth went.
Okay. There's still a bit of dust in the air, kind of obscuring your view a little bit, and a little hazy. But you can see small, hand-sized creatures flying around. And who would you say is better at counting on the fly? Who has ADHD?
I do.
I mean in the game. Everyone here raises their hands.
Yeah,
It's fine.
we're all
I
a
mean,
little
so-
bit neurospicy.
Yes.
Spicy, such a good term.
I know, I love it.
So, David,
Yeah.
roll a cool since you are the video game master, you probably have the faster eyes and counting ability. Roll a cool for me as you're trying to trace the phone's light onto the tooth.
I got a 3.
As you try to train your phone's light on your brother throwing the tooth, first off, it's still hazy. Secondly, that's a tooth. Come on. You're trying to track a tooth being thrown in the haze. So you start to, and it goes fine at first, until you full illuminate one of the fairies. It has eyes like a spider, multiple black, different colors. It does have wings, but they look almost like shriveled up, curled leaves that are reminiscent to dead leaves in the wintertime. Its skin is smooth and almost iridescent, mother of pearl type skin. It has multiple arms. The arms extend longer than regular arms, but at the end are not hands but hooks. And their feet are not what you would consider feet, more like hands they can grasp with their feet.
Dom.
Huh, what?
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh boy. All right.
At biggest would be 6 feet or 6 inches tall.
I was about to be terrified.
6 feet tall.
6.
Tiny little creatures, 6 foot tall. The largest.
The largest is the Bone Queen. It's fine. Don't ask questions.
The beef teeth.
The beef teeth.
That's my next band. Beef teeth.
Better than beef curtain. Anyway.
All right.
You hear a cracking sound behind you, David, which distracts you even further as the sheriff is like trying to stretch his back a little bit. Okay. All right. Skinny butt, come here. Pointing at David.
What? Yeah.
We need to give you a rope and throw you up to the top. You think you can climb, or we can? I think me and Beefy Boy there, we can probably toss you.
Yeah. You can throw me. That sounds fun.
How high did you say this was?
About 25. So standing at the bottom, we'll subtract 6 for a 6-footer.
About like 20 feet.
19, 20.
Hey, as a little retroactive thing, because I forgot my abilities.
No.
Would you say that starting a fight with the bone castle, tower, whatever, was charging into immediate danger without hedging your bets?
Oh, yes, I would.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna hold on to that for a second then.
Mm-hmm.
I know where this is going. And this is a callback that our dear GM has not heard yet.
So y'all are just gonna throw him up there? Like, hey, David, do you have a hook?
Pulls out a set of nunchucks. I got these. They can like wrap around a piece of bone and like hold on to both sides.
I don't think those are going to work the way you want them to work, son.
That worked in a movie once. I don't know if that...
Give me that rope right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just tie like a loop around it with like a boat knot and shit? So if he finds a rock, he can put it on the rock, and that way if he slides down, he's at least got like an anchor.
So give me a sharp, David.
Sure. 9.
I did.
That did go well. Relatively well.
What about a help out? That sounds like something Eddie might be able to help out with and bump it up to a 10.
Sure.
Absolutely. Bring it. How do I do that?
You roll to help out.
First say how you're going to help out, and then you roll to help out.
I got like a Wi-Fi hotspot. I Google how to tie the correct knot.
25 feet below the Earth's surface.
In the middle of fucking nowhere, Oklahoma.
I am an Instagram influencer. I gotta get the good shit. I have my own site.
You have your own satellite. That's not how that works.
That is how it works now, though, unfortunately.
That's not. I don't even know how hotspots work in general. I just know that sometimes you can press a button on your phone and then suddenly it makes its own internet, okay? It's a 7. I get spotty reception, I guess, with my Wi-Fi hotspot.
Oh, my dear.
There's 2 unskippable ads.
On a 7 to 9, your help grants them +1 to the roll, but also exposes yourself to danger. Cool.
Uh-oh.
So now you're the one in danger instead of me, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
It's fine. I'm looking at my phone while there's bone-eating fairies around. This is totally normal and safe.
Exactly. So, as you are looking at your phone, you do surprisingly get a little bit of some type of semblance of a signal. And you're like, okay, not tying. Okay, got this. Okay, I can do this. You start tying the knot. You have to, like, take a screenshot in order to be able to figure it out. The sheriff walks over and he's like, what are you doing, boy?
I'm tying a knot.
All right.
So that whenever we throw him up there, he can hook it on anything.
Well, that might be a thing. There's some branches of whatever this stuff is. Yeah, all right. Beefy boy, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
We're gonna have, hey, son, are you scared?
No?
You should be. I'm an old man. He's your brother. He might have a grudge against you or something I don't know about.
What?
Well, I'm gonna have you stand in our hands, okay? You ever see somebody launched up in the air?
Dom, you like me, right?
Of course. I don't know what that was about, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Okay, now take this rope. Boy, give me the rope.
It's okay, you can give him the rope.
Cheese boy, I'm talking to you.
Oh, shit, right. I have the rope. Here you go. David's just got a little bit of rope.
What is going on with your brother?
I love my family dearly.
One's a wall, the other one's a doormat, I swear. Anyway. All right, take this. And if you get somewhere where you can latch hold, I want you to tie it around something, all right? That way we can at least get you up there. All right, so here you go. Stand on our hands. Come on, beefy boy, come on.
Yeah.
David like gets up, one leg on Dom's hand and one leg on Sheriff's hand, and like curls into like a ball almost.
Okay. On the count of 3, me and beefy boy are gonna roll, okay?
Yeah.
We wanna roll cool, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What'd you get?
I got 2 6s for 12.
Nice. I got 2 2s for 4.
Unfortunate.
As you hear the 1, 2, 3 from the sheriff, you can feel your body being launched up in the air slightly at a 45-degree angle, because in the middle of it, the sheriff goes, "Oh, my back!"
I feel like this is like Dom launches on 3 and the sheriff says 3 and then goes.
Yes, exactly. So, Dom, you are able to launch David pretty well. David, I want you to roll cool to see if you can either grab or lasso something. And I would like for Eddie to just roll a d6 for me. A singular d6.
Can we count this as act under pressure?
Yes, you can.
Cool. I'm going to spend one of those hold that I got for charging into immediate danger.
Okay,
I'm adding 2 to this roll.
nice.
9.
A 9. Okay.
2 for teeth.
So, David,
Yeah.
as you feel almost like you're about to do a cartwheel in the air, you manage to snag something with the rope and you can hold on, but now you're dangling from the ceiling.
How much further up does this like bone structure go all the way out the hole, or?
It's spiderwebs all the way up to the ceiling.
Okay.
So you are close to the opening. Eddie, as you are trying to watch the spectacle of your little brother being launched into the air by an old man and an oversized guy, you kind of cup your hands over your eyes, trying to see a little better, because that sun is coming right down on you. So you're kind of shielding your eyes a little bit, and as you step back, you feel 3 impacts on your
Oh,
back.
yay!
And as you hear the fabric of your shirt ripping apart, you feel the first plunge of a hook in your back. Take 3 points of damage.
Oh, not cool. Not cool. Okay, I am stepping into the light.
Okay?
Gonna burn these guys off of me.
I think that would be just a natural reaction to try to get back into the light, because you have the source of pain coming from your back, so you're wanting to go forward. Unless Eddie is just topsy-turvy weird.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna be going like, ow, good, ow, what the hell, man? And I am going to take a step forward into the light, and it will be fine. Everything's fine. It's totally fine.
Sure. So as you say your ow, that's not right. Ow. That's a very calm way of putting it. As something is trying to burrow into your flesh. Dom and the sheriff stop looking so much at the dangling David and spin around towards you in time to see you come into the light, slapping at your back. You hear 2 high-pitched, almost inaudible squeals, and you feel the intense burning. Take another point of damage.
Oh, no. Well, I'm gonna need some medical attention. It's fine. Oh, fuck, I'm fucking birds up! Does sweet baby David make it all the way up?
Hey, stop, drop, and roll.
David, what are you doing, buddy?
David is looking for a, climbable path out.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, give me a roll for, let's do sharp.
Okay. 10.
Nice. The area of the ceiling does not have any real branches to it, which is why it dropped. There was nothing buttressing it from the usual sinkhole. You're fairly close to the structure of the building, but at the same time, it'd be very difficult to climb into it.
Well, difficult isn't impossible.
That's true. That's why I said it's difficult.
We're gonna try anyway.
All right. So first tell me what it is that you're planning on doing.
David's got a good handle on where he's at. He's gonna use the rope and try and hook it onto something within the collapsed building that he could use to pull himself up and over to it.
There's a few pipes in the substructure that you can see. One of them is broken. That would probably be your best. Yeah, that'd be your best option there.
Yeah, we can use this nice hook knot that Eddie made to try and grapple onto this pipe and make a way over.
Go for it. That would be let's do a cool on this one.
8.
You're so cool.
I'm so cool. So cool and good.
You saw that old movie with the guy in the jacket and the hat. He pulled out a whip. He was able to crack it and get a hold of a branch and swing across a pit. You're so cool. You can do that.
Yeah, I can.
Roll a d6 for me. Eventually, my players are going to get triggered by me saying that.
It is a 2, again.
Okay. As you start flicking the rope, which some of it is in your hand, and you're holding on to a weird structure, you're trying to flick it or crack it like a whip. And you manage to, with your youth and your gaming strength, flick it up towards the pipe. It wraps 2 times and seems to be tight.
Give it a nice safety tug.
For your weight and the way you're hanging someplace, sure, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna just swing right on across.
All right. As you release your grip, you feel that moment where you're weightless and there's nothing tethered to you, until finally the slack becomes taut. And you can feel the rope pulling you in one direction, and you're like, yes! And then you hear the pop, pop, as the rope comes untwined, and you fall again.
Can I try to catch him?
Yeah, roll to catch him. How do you want to do this?
Would this be considered act under pressure?
Or protect someone.
Mm-hmm.
Plus tough. It is a 14.
You see as your brother begins to swing, and then you hear with your sharp ears, you're hearing the sound of the rope uncurling from the pipe. Pop, pop. And you see suddenly the arc that your brother was going to swing is now dipping suddenly. You realize he's going to fall, and he's going to fall in the darkness.
Nope.
As you rush forward, almost like the pro football player wannabe, you lunge through the air, and as you're in the air, you catch him, for the most part. You're both still have the momentum. As you crash into the ground, you're slightly in the dark. David, you've been caught. You are in a better position to move than your brother.
We almost did it. You throw me again. Do it again. I'll get it right this time.
I am not doing that again.
What? Okay.
Dump, we've got other problems.
I see that.
Help! I have a thing in my back. I don't know how to get it off. Oh god. Help me. I am dying.
I kind of back both myself and David back into the light as quickly as possible and see what's going on with Eddie.
All right, as you do that, you can see the small figures fluttering towards you. There's about 4, maybe 5. They stop just shy of the light, and then they scatter again.
It's the things. It's the bone things.
They're eating my bones, Dom. I don't know how to get them out. Can't reach back that far.
Let me see.
I turn around and you can see that I am doing terribly. There is so much blood.
Oh God.
How bad is it? Is it gonna leave a cool scar?
Oh, definitely. This is perfect.
As Eddie turns around, you can see that there are a few slash marks and one pencil-sized hole. And around that pencil-sized hole are some scorches.
But it's just the hole. There's nothing actively else going on. It's just the wound.
You see the hole is full with something black, like where the skin has been burned, and the cuts and abrasions. It looks like somebody with a tiny mouth has bitten your brother a couple of times, and now he's going to turn into a tooth fairy. No, I'm joking. Only during the full tooth.
Full tooth.
No, remember the cold open. His bones are going to turn into bats.
His bones turned into bats and flew away.
Shit, do they have, stuff you can freeze stuff with in the dentist office? Do you think?
I would hope so.
Great. I am taking out my imp stone and just, pressing on that little seal that it's got on it. Dot!
After pressing on it and calling out Dot's name, a small imp.
Hey, boss, how you doing?
I'm doing real shit. I'm doing real shit right now.
Ooh, what is going on here? This is cool. I like it. You been redecorating the trailer? What's going on?
Yeah, no, we got the worst type of carpenter ants. We have tooth fairies. I need you to go to that dentist office there and get the, chemical that freezes things.
Ooh, I flunked chemistry. Sorry.
Oh god, Dom, what was it called? The chemical you just stick stuff in and then it gets frozen immediately.
Well, that would be my ex-wife.
Not the time for that, though. Not the time.
It's always the time. It's always the time.
Doc, do you know how to claw a fairy out of somebody?
Oh, I've never had the pleasure of doing it. Oh, you got fairies?
There might be one in me trying to eat my bones. Yeah, know what to do about it?
Oh, been there, done that. Okay, let's see. Where we got?
I turn around, and I point where it hurts.
Ooh, that looks bad. That looks bad, boss. I won't lie. You're gonna die. You're gonna die horribly. You're gonna mutate. You're gonna turn into a sack of flour, and then they're gonna make bread out of you. It's terrible. Sorry. My mind wandered. What are we doing again? Oh, yeah.
As you feel tiny little taloned hands pushing on your back a little bit.
Oh god, it's moving.
The pain is exquisite around the puncture.
Exquisite?
Exquisite pain.
It hurts so good.
Eddie has a kink I didn't know about.
It's like, oh, that shouldn't be there.
And you can feel something being pulled out of your back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the relief is so nice. It's like, oh yeah, 10,000 times better.
Dot, I owe you some kind of treat. I don't know what.
Holy
the hell
shit!
chickens
It just started burning. Whoa! What the?
Hey, Dot, this is gonna sound like a weird question. Do you have bones?
I would. What? I mean, it depends on, if I meet the right person, I guess.
I mean, like the calcium variety.
Oh, no, I don't have any of those. I'm all cartilage, baby.
Do you want to do something fun that involves just a lot of murder?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know my kink.
That's a good little hell chicken. In all of those little holes, there's just a whole lot of little fairies, and if you drag them into the light, they burst into flame like fireworks.
Is that what was in your back?
That was what was in my back. Thank you for getting that out.
Dom, David, and the sheriff are all watching this. The sheriff is like, "What the hell is that thing?"
Oh, yeah, Sheriff, this is Dot. You know how there's tooth fairies that steal your bones?
No, I don't. What?
Have you not been paying attention, like, at all? You're so far
I
behind.
haven't seen shit down here. It's dark, it's dirty. There was a kid I was throwing up in the air. My back is out.
I would like to use one of the feats I never get to. It's called Trust Me. When you tell a normal person the truth in order to protect them from danger, roll plus charm. And I'll put the little thing in where you can see it, but it's on a 10 plus, they'll do what you want. No questions asked. 7 to 9, they do it, but you get to choose a question and all that good stuff. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'd like to burn... Can someone assist me to get that up to a 7?
How much are we wanting to tell the sheriff? Because
just enough to get him to stand in the light and go up when necessary.
Yeah. Remember, we do have the family coordinated thing, so we're better at helping out. I think David's just gonna let out the truth. Like, yeah, haven't you been watching? That's what those are. That's what was on his back. It was the tooth fairy. They come and leave you money in exchange for your bones. Everybody knows this.
Hold on. Kind of stumbles a little bit walking towards you guys. All right, let me get this straight. This is a tooth fairy. Pointing at Dot.
no.
That's a hell chicken. Yeah, the tooth fairies are the, I turn on my phone flashlight and kind of fling the light into the bone structure behind us. And, there's probably, the coon eyes that reflect in the darkness or something. Those are the tooth fairies.
All right. I can believe that. Okay. And one of them did this to your back.
Yeah.
And you summoned a little demon to help you with that.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As he has this blank, 1,000-yard stare off into the darkness for a second. And just as you think he's about to question you again, he grabs your wrist that you have your phone in, and he turns your phone light a little bit to the right. Oh my God.
What? What's over there?
So as you follow his gaze, the light is shining deeper into the calcified structure. And within it, you see what looks to be an upside-down chrysalis.
Oh no.
Oh. Aye.
And inside of it is a human woman.
If you're enjoying this and want to play yourself, head on over to evilhat.com to pick up a copy of Monster of the Week. When you do, enter code BARDROCK10 and you'll get 10% off your entire purchase. And if you liked us, well, here's a trailer for another Bard Rock Network show.
Where are we now, Llewellyn?
Well, Meanie, it looks like we've arrived in a universe where Jump Leads is part of the Bard Rock network of podcasts.
The Bard Rock Network? Wow! That's a whole whole new audience ready to experience our adventures jumping through parallel universes, like when we found that colony of religious robots, or the time we were chased by a knife-wielding dinosaur.
What about when you spent a whole episode looking for a bathroom?
We don't have to talk about that.
Listen to the scripted sci-fi comedy podcast audiences are calling a wonderful blend of Stella Firma and Mission 26. Jump Leads. Season 1 available now wherever you get your podcasts. Season 2 coming soon.
Who was that?
Sounds like this reality is actually an ad spot.
An ad spot? Wait, so none of this is canon?
It was, until you asked that question.
It's fine. Everything's fine. We totally didn't find the Bone Queen. It's fine.
And I'd like all of you to roll sharp.
8.
I got a 4.
I also got an 8.
I look over there. Oh my god, she's hot.
So, as the light shines upon this chrysalis, you hear the sheriff say, "Tracy? Oh, Lord. That looks like Tracy McMillan? Yeah, her husband. Well, shoot, you saw her husband. He's being taken to the funeral right now. That's his wife."
Did she go missing or something?
Well, obviously she did. I didn't know.
When was the last time anybody saw her, or the last time you saw her?
Well, I just saw her mama. She's the one that came to pick up the body for the funeral. So obviously it's a very recent thing.
Oh, this is fascinating. I feel a little bit worse about that comment now.
Also, the fact that she's about 9 months pregnant.
What?
What?
Huh?
Yeah. She and Carrie were expecting.
And now she's in a pod.
What is happening here?
We gotta get her out.
Yeah. Can I read a bad situation?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm bound to fail at some point. But not today, that's an 11. So I get to ask you 3 questions.
Yeah, go for it.
What's most vulnerable to me?
What's most vulnerable to you? Right now, Eddie's feelings about how he just described someone who's 9 months pregnant, naked in a chrysalis, being hot. That's very vulnerable. No.
That's
So-
a can of worms we are not touching.
Right. So, what is most vulnerable to what? Your attack?
I guess so.
So currently, that would be the bone structure that is around the area. Because once you go into the dark, sure, they seem like they'd be squishy. But as you can see from your brother losing blood and some skin, they're fast and they like biting.
What's my best way in?
Your best way in. So as you look around the structures, there is no sense to the direction. They are very organic. This almost web of bone, 3-dimensional, all over the place. But because the light could be shown directly at the chrysalis, some of the larger openings would lead directly to it.
Okay. And for my 3rd question, what's my best way out?
Your best way out would be trying to get through the hole that you fell into, because if you go into the dark, it might not be feasible to get back. All right. About this time, you can hear the unholstering of a firearm. The sheriff has not let go of your wrist, Eddie.
Where is he pointing that?
He's using your phone light to take aim as he draws back the hammer. You see him straighten up as best as he can, and he squints a little bit as he fires off one shot.
I'd like to push him over. Can I push him over when I see that he's doing that?
You can try.
Isn't he doing something to help us out?
We don't know if she's dead yet.
Go ahead and roll a cool for me.
Oh, 13!
Nice. So as you see him raise his firearm and pull back the hammer, his fingers begins to squeeze slowly and surely, and there is no shake to his hand whatsoever. And as the hammer is about to go forward, you shove him, and he fires downward instead. What the hell? The shot rings out very loud, and you hear a bunch of high-pitched squeals. The few that are around the light to be seen, not in the light, but around the light to be seen, they seem very angry now. Some of them open their mouths wide, and it looks like they're either silently screaming or hissing, and you can see several rows of jagged teeth all the way back into their throat.
They don't like sound, do they? Oh, I think we know what we can do. Sheriff, don't kill anybody until we know for sure that ain't her in there.
I was aiming at one of those little guys, but...
It sure looked like you were aiming for the lady.
Roll a sharp for me. Anybody who wants to.
Wee! Boop! I rolled a 12. Huh? Where was this earlier?
I still can't fail.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have my good rolls because I just got a 3.
I got 8.
All right, so Eddie, you definitely see it. It's going to be very difficult for David to see it, but you do see something. David, you do see that the chrysalis itself, it could be reflective. You get the idea that the chrysalis is probably made of bone, but it looks kind of like the fairy's skin as far as it has a shimmer of different colors, but more of a shine to it than the fairies. Eddie, you look over at the chrysalis itself and you can see it is crawling with fairies. And they are all walking up to it and disgorging a liquid into it.
That's probably bad. Okay. Hey, Sheriff, can you call in somebody to, start shining some serious big light in here or something? I don't know. Hang on. Does anybody have a mirror?
I mean, that whole building upstairs, dentist office, it probably does.
Great. Can you call somebody, have them throw down some mirrors and shit, because those things burn in the light. That thing's reflective. And they're all on top of a pregnant lady. So until the pregnant lady sings, we're not done trying to kill the things.
I don't think she's in any mood to sing right now, but let me give it a shot. Hang on. He starts trying to fumble around with his radio. You can see that the casing on the radio is broken from when he fell in. He starts calling for Deputy Wales. Deputy Wales? Deputy Wales. I got nothing so far. Hang on. Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. Hang on.
Work a little faster, buddy.
Sheriff White to Deputy Wales. Come in. Yeah, Sheriff. Hey, where are you at? Yeah, I'm at the McGonagall's house. Yeah, it looks like Tracy's gone missing. And yeah, I got that. I know where she is. Come to the dentist's office as quick as you can, okay? How far out are you? About 5-10 minutes? Yeah, all right. Lights and siren. It's an emergency. Come on. All right. That's the best I can do unless one of you guys want to climb in there.
Throw me again.
Dom?
I'm not throwing you. Last time you almost fell to your death.
Hang on. He starts fumbling around with the pouches on his belt. You can hear as the snaps pop open and he grabs a couple of red sticks. And as he breaks them, you hear the cracking and then the flash of bright red phosphorus light. I'm gonna throw these over there. See if they do anything. As he tosses them into the darkness, it lights up the area really well. The fairies don't seem to be affected by it, though.
Okay, it's not every light, it's just some light. But oh god.
What are the chances Beefy Boy can run in there and grab her real fast before they eat him?
Well, it's worth a shot, but I have to prime you on something first.
Oh God, what is it?
Okay, I'm gonna do something here in a minute. You have to swear on your life. You will not tell another soul what you see.
Boy, if I see something I don't recognize, I'm shooting it off you.
I'll take that chance. Shift into my werewolf form, and I dash in after the chrysalis.
As you shift, you can hear the bones cracking and the hair sprouting. And the sheriff just no expression, just deadpan, looks at you and goes, "Well, hell, boy, why didn't you do that earlier?"
Well, I'm not supposed to do that in front of people.
Look, if I'm gonna be surrounded by weirdness, you gotta give it all to me right now, okay?
I'm so sorry, man. I do a lot of pot to deal with the stress.
I knew it.
Bro, we got off scot-free. What are you doing?
The stress of your glaucoma.
Yeah, the stress totally gave me a glaucoma. Yep.
Whatever the hell that is.
Yep.
All right,
Oh my god.
here we go.
All right, Dom. How do you want to do this? Do you want to use your cool or your weird to dash?
Weird, because that's a much better stat for me.
Can I do one little thing to assist?
Absolutely.
You know how Dot doesn't have any bones?
Yeah, I'm just kind of here right now. This is kind of cool.
Go fuck him up, Dot.
Yeah.
Don't touch the lady, but fuck up everything else.
Aww. Your wish is my command, boss.
Just kind of like kicks an invisible rock. Flutters in. Come at me, yes. Ooh! As they just completely pounce on him. It's just all wings and horns everywhere.
He's like, oh, you're fine. Oh, that doesn't go there.
The majority of them are attacking, but there's still a few.
Thumbs up to Dom.
All right.
Here we go.
And I take off.
All right.
And I'll roll some dice. I'll let my siblings pick my dice. I have red, blue, green, watermelon, and gemstone.
All of them.
Yes.
All of them?
I'll roll all 5
The
dice.
shiniest.
That's how the game works.
Wait, those aren't dice. Those are edibles. What are you doing?
I'm dealing with the stress.
For the glaucoma.
They make molds. The urge to make chocolate dice is very real.
2 6s, that's a 15.
Nice. I would say that's a super bonus fantastic roll. I will give you a gift for that. As Dom crouches down, like he's going to do some Olympic style running, his claws dig into the ground and he starts sprinting as fast as possible. As he's going through, one by one, he gets attacked by the tooth fairies. You can feel as one lands on your shoulder and begins to claw or bite. Another one hits onto your back. One gets onto the back of your neck. Another one down in your lower back. One grabs onto your forearm. As you're going through, you feel them biting, tearing, ripping, pulling your skin from your body. And you get to the chrysalis, leap forward, and snatch it off of its branches that's holding it in place. There is a sound like literal broken bone as the few fairies remaining on it all squeal and fly at you. One by one, they attach themselves to you. You are so driven to get back. The pain is nothing for you. You get that surge of adrenaline. You are 15 feet away from the light and you just leap forward, chrysalis in your arms. And as you fly forward into the light, you feel one by one they begin to burn off of you. And you turn to where your back is what will land first, with the chrysalis on top of you. It is highly reflective. It's like a disco ball in here now. I will say that due to the adrenaline and due to your toughness as a werewolf, you only take 2 points. And now you have a very shiny, reflective, refractive thing.
Hey, I have a fun little ability that says I always count as having 2 armor, which means I actually take no damage.
Nice! Eddie needs some of that. Why don't you bite your brother? Bite your brother. That's okay. Go ahead.
Hey, we will match again.
It's true. But you also have to do this voice the whole time.
It's totally fine. I am perfectly capable.
Hey, Steph, I hate to break it to you.
Look, I already know I have a voice high enough that helium doesn't do a lot. It doesn't get much worse.
And voicing for Werewolf Eddie.
We need to call in a stand-in. It's fine. Everything's
Hi, I'm
fine.
Werewolf Eddie.
It's just Marty.
It's
Marty
just
also
me
does your
twice.
lines.
Let's double all your lines. All of the lines.
Someday he'll be a real boy. Anyway, so you have scorched skid marks all over the ground around you. You have a highly refractive and reflective chrysalis with a full-size pregnant woman all wrapped up in it. And you have the sheriff going, hot damn!
Right, that was totally badass.
Do it again.
Okay.
As soon as he walks in, he just turns into a skeleton and falls to the ground.
Oh,
No, I did not do it again.
Is the light doing anything to this chrysalis, or is it fine?
Kind of like move it around.
The chrysalis is fine, but as you move it, you have beams of light going everywhere. Some of them hit the ball of wings and teeth that is attacking Dot, who's going, hey now, first aid, oh, give that back. That is the wrong bone, that is the wrong one.
Not a bone, he's all cartilage.
Your mother's all cartilage. Can't even speak this.
That's a hard word.
So as a light hits some of the fairies, they do begin to burn in their place. They squeal and flutter away from the light sources. What are you gonna do?
Well, we have to get up the hole somehow.
There's a lot of fairies in here.
Yeah, this is pretty infested.
There's a few dozen.
buddy, guy, sheriff.
How'd you know my real name was Buddy Guy?
I had a neighbor with that name. once upon a time. Continuing the trend of us accidentally doxing real people.
Oh no!
Whoopsie!
How does this keep happening? I'm gonna look at the guy and be like, alright, so these things are really sensitive to cold. You've got a assload of them. I'm not going in the dark. Can you just pump liquid nitrogen or gas and liquid Can you make this whole area really fucking cold, officer?
I mean, we're still in a hole.
Or maybe if you shine the chrysalis around and shoot these damn things with lasers.
Oh shit, you're right.
We don't have lasers.
It's just the same thing.
You have a gun.
The sun is a deadly laser. Hey, Tom! Party like it's 1999.
That was a good year.
Oh my god, you were alive then? Eddie, who is in his 30s.
Some might say that's the last year I was truly alive.
Damn. Setting up for the Sheriff White one-shot where we learn what happened to him in 99.
Hey man, if you need to talk about stuff, I'm here for you.
I don't think this is the right time for that.
Later.
It all goes back to my mama, you see.
I don't think this is the right time for that.
Dom's in the background, just like messing with the. Here, this is Snorlax is the chrysalis. Just
Smack it into your microphone more.
yeah, that's great. That's good audio, right?
For those who are listening to this podcast,
Which is everybody.
Dom is throwing around a Squishmallow Snorlax and whacking his microphone repeatedly with it. We're all dying inside.
Please don't do that.
Anyway, so we are in a hole, sunlight is still shining through, and you have a basic disco ball with a pregnant woman inside.
I keep forgetting about that.
And there is a whitish liquid just sloshing around all inside this chrysalis with her.
Eesh.
I want for all three of you to roll. I want Dom to roll a sharp. I want David to roll a cool, and I want Eddie to roll a weird.
I got an 8 again.
I got it too.
Yikes.
I got a 9.
Okay, so with an 8 and a 9, as you are flinging this chrysalis around, trying to redirect the sunlight, you're doing okay on hitting some of the fairies with the assistance of your little brother David, because he has a different vantage point since you're holding it in front of you. You're not aiming all that great, but David, he'll give you a hand. He starts helping you aim it. And Eddie's like, let me help, brother. And he steps in front of the chrysalis as he's trying to help you move it around, completely blocking all the light. The sheriff goes, God damn it. Starts just firing his pistol, which seems to stop them from flying around so much as they clamp onto their heads, which you think they're trying to cover their ears, but they stay still long enough for you to zap them. After a while, the dust settles, and there doesn't seem to be any more fluttering, no more flying around, and it's quiet down there.
Hey, Dot, you're not made out of bones. Can you go check if there's any more, those things in there?
You see on the ground what looks like skin from a hell chicken.
Oh my
no.
god, they
Oh,
killed
no.
Dot? Wait, Dot, are you just messing with me?
As you approach, do you walk outside the light?
No, I did that once before.
As you approach where the skin of the hell chicken lay, there's some smoke curling up in wisps from the remains of Dot.
Dot fucking died?
Oh, that hurt.
Oh god.
That frickin' hurt.
Behind one of the bone protrusions, you see a fresh, like he molted his skin.
Oh, he's bright pink. Don't you tell anyone, all right? You promise me I'm not pink. This is more of a burgundy, light burgundy, all right?
Yep, you are.
You're more terrifying than ever.
Damn Skippy I am.
Yep, you are so incredibly terrifying. Yep.
Yeah, I am.
You can see his skin was hiding some things which are out in the open now. He's like,
Ooh, haven't seen that in a while. My six-pack. I have a six-pack under layers, you see. What do you think I was looking at? Dom's such a weirdo. All right, boss, if that's enough abuse, I'd like to go back now.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah, I am.
Yep. You did great. Are there any other fairies in there? Can your demon chicken eyes see any other critters?
his eyes glow bright orange as he looks around and scans.
All clear, I think. Yeah, don't seem to be any more.
You did great. What sort of, rewards does one give to...
Ooh, give me the baby.
You can't have the baby, that's not mine to give.
Aw, Wait, is she dead? Because if she's dead, I can have the baby, right?
Unfortunately, no. Still don't own the baby.
Jeez. Alright, no fun. You know what? I tell you what. We'll say it's a to-be-determined treat. But I get to call it.
It has to be something I own and or have access to.
Dang, you're good at this. Alright. Owned or have access to. Got it. Alright. I guess I'll go.
Thank you again for your, hard work.
Yeah.
He poofs out. The elderly sheriff, he looks over at the chrysalis. Beefy boy, can you break that thing?
You want to break the lady?
Well, no, I want to break the chrysalis so the lady can come out of it. Now, turn around so you don't see any bits and danglies.
So it's made out of like a bone, or does it feel like, what's like the texture of this?
It is smooth. For the most part, as you were moving the chrysalis around, it felt like the weight of an adult human female. So it doesn't have much weight to it.
So if I took like a claw and just made like an incision, could we just open it that way, or is it?
Why don't you roll me a cool on that one to make sure you don't hit the lady.
9.
You peel it like a banana.
From the top or the bottom?
The correct way.
The incorrect way, from the top.
You got to do it from the bottom, and then you don't get all the weird, like stringy bits. But I only got a 9, so.
Yeah, there's a moment or two where you think you might have nicked her, but she should be good. You're hoping that you don't, like, infect her with any werewolf stuff. But the white stuff sloshing around her body begins to pour out on you.
Ew.
It doesn't burn.
I'm just going to take a picture, because that's what brothers do.
As a werewolf is holding a naked pregnant lady and he's covered in white goo.
Gross. Just the worst.
How dare you?
I'm gonna make this his birthday card next year.
As you are trying to remove the chrysalis from her, you lay her down. Yes, she is alive. She seems to be fine, just covered in a weird goo. The sheriff, he goes and checks. And she's got a nice resting heart rate. She seems to be intact. Congratulations, boys. You helped save this woman from being eaten from the inside out as the baby was going to be turned into the next Tooth Fairy Queen.
Teeth.
Eventually, the deputy does come, and they fish you out.
I quickly change back to my like human form before he shows up.
There is an exploratory group that go down with UV lights, trying to burn any other possible tooth fairies. They don't find any. This was the main chamber. They all died of a disco death. You prevented the next Bone Queen from hatching. The sheriff doesn't like any of you and tells you need to get out as soon as possible. But he's going to tear up any tickets and or fines that he was accumulating on your behalf. The person who will miss you the most is Bethany, but you're good to your word. You allow her to have a mention on your channel, and you do a quick show with her.
Gotta do stuff for the fans, you know?
Absolutely. David.
Yeah.
Out of this whole ordeal, you had a moment where while you were down there, some of the Tooth Fairy had not burned away from the disco lights, and you collected the head and neck and shoulder and arm of one of them, and you wrapped it in your shirt.
It's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna show Grandpa. He's gonna be so proud.
And Dom, it takes you literal weeks to break all of the calcified liquid that stinks to high heaven off of your leg hair. But you know what? You saved a lady. Now, what did we learn in this little adventure?
Brush your teeth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, we are going to call this the end of our first monster from my keeper day. I had a blast. I hope you did too. And we hope you have a spooky week. Bye. Monster Cafe is a Bard Rock Network production. The GM was Justin Langston. David Van Helmens was played by Tensei. Dominic Van Helmens was played by Marty. And Eddie Van Helmens was played by Steph. All their socials can be found in the show notes. Music courtesy of Storyblocks and Epidemic Sound. If you want to talk with fans of the show, hop in our Discord server, linked in the show notes. Now then, until next time.